attractive, smart, funny, middle-aged single women who would love to be in a committed relationship with a man. I don't mean with the same man, although at this point they might not rule it out. Several times a week, after talking with one of these women, my wife delivers a rant. It runs about 75 minutes, including a bathroom break, about how wrong it is that there are all these attractive, smart, funny, middle-aged single women out there, and they can't find a man. My wife has a theory about why this is, namely, men are idiots. My wife believes that men tend to have insanely high physical standards regarding the kind of woman they're willing to settle for. She notes that a middle-aged man can have tarantula-grade nose hair, BO that can cause migrating geese to change course, and enough spare tissue to form a whole new middle-aged man. But this man can still believe that he is physically qualified to date Scarlett Johansson. What's wrong with these men? My wife asked purely rhetorically. Don't they have mirrors? It is true that men can appear to be superficial about what qualities they seek in the opposite sex, as shown in this scientific comparison. What women look for in men: intelligence, kindness, a sense of humor, a stable career, loyalty, honesty, integrity, reliability, a willingness to share the load of parenting and housework, good hygiene, and a reasonable level of physical attractiveness. What men look for in women: gazambas. But does this mean that men are nothing but a bunch of shallow, low-life, sex-obsessed horn dogs? Yes, but men have a solid scientific excuse: biology. As we know from attending high school, the human body is actually made up of trillions of tiny one-celled animals called cells, which clot together to form important organs such as the spleen, the jowls, and the goiter. Every single human cell contains DNA, which is a special molecule that your body leaves behind at crime scenes so the police can identify you. But DNA has another important purpose. It contains your genetic code, which enables you to pass along to future generations your distinguishing characteristics, such as hair color, age, hating the Yankees, etc. There are two crucial facts you need to know about DNA. The first one is, your DNA is in charge. You may think you are in charge, but you are not. Your relationship to your body is the same as the relationship between a coach and a soccer team of 4-year-olds. The coach can shout all the instructions he wants about kicking the ball, but if the players prefer to stand around picking their noses, they will stand around picking their noses. Likewise, your body does not do what you want. It does what your DNA wants. This leads us to crucial DNA fact number 2. The only thing your DNA thinks about is reproducing itself. Your DNA wants to put its imprint on the entire human race, like the Nike Corporation. This goal is shared by both male and female DNA molecules, but they achieve it in very different ways. To understand the difference, let's consider 2 DNA samples. The first was taken from a woman. It is the familiar double helix. The second was taken from a man. It is essentially a ping-pong ball. There are subtle differences between these molecules, the main one being that the female DNA is much more complex. The reason is that in order for female DNA to reproduce, the female it occupies, this is crucial, has to have a baby. And even if she starts really early and is a total slut, she can only have a limited number of babies. And even after she has a baby, if she wants her DNA line to continue, she has to nurture that baby until it can survive on its own, which with modern human babies does not happen until they are in their mid-30s. So for human females, reproduction is a very complicated and drawn-out process. It can take her weeks just to find an acceptable maternity bathing suit. Then there's all the paraphernalia she must buy for the baby. The stroller that costs as much as, but is more technologically advanced than, a Toyota Celica. The adorable little teensy baby shoes. Now a rational person, by which I mean a man, might ask whether the baby really needs all these things, especially the shoes, since the only thing babies do with their feet once they discover them is cram them as far as possible into their mouths. But a rational person is not making these decisions. The woman's DNA is, and it is taking no chances. For whatever chemical reason, it is convinced that the baby needs cute little shoes, so the baby will have cute little shoes, just as the baby's room will have wallpaper festooned with cute little baby animals. If you try to stop a severely pregnant woman from providing these things for her baby, she will crush your skull with a diaper genie. This is not personal. She's obeying her DNA, which is doing what it believes it has to do to nurture her child, or, more accurately, her child's DNA.